This Sunday will mark 1 month since a 25-year-old mother disappeared from a Norton Shores gas station. While there's still no sign of Jessica Heeringa, there are tips that have investigators convinced they will find her.
24-Hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey's got more on the latest tips coming in and how detectives, Joe, are figuring out what's important from Norton Shores.
Yeah, Brian, first of all, I want to show you, take a look at this parking lot we're in. This is the strip mall right next to that Exxon station where Jessica Heeringa went missing from back on April 26th. It may look familiar to you. There had been a flurry of activity with family and friends here shortly after her disappearance. Tonight, no one was here, but that police task force investigating the disappearance, they are hard at work. In 2 rooms at the Norton Shores City Hall, task force members made up of officers from several agencies worked the case. It's empty now, but from this room, detectives pore over various information they've received, crunching the data to figure out what's important.
One of the things that they were able to do for us very quickly is to narrow down the number of minivans owned by people, white males between the age of 30 and 40.
From tens of thousands to 220. We're limited as to what we can show you. Investigators don't want to take a chance. Sensitive information could get out. More than a dozen officers are part of the task force. But how long will the effort go on? Chief Shaw says it's a week-by-week decision. Norton Shores has spent about $20,000 in overtime for city officers investigating the case. The chief says he hasn't had to go to city leaders to ask for more money. He'll cut his budget elsewhere to cover the costs. The chief says time and money won't determine how long the task force stays together. It's information.
As long as there are valuable leads coming in, the high priority leads, and as long as there's items to be followed up on, they will stay with this investigation.
Like the latest tips, several received over the weekend were given high priority. While the chief won't give us specifics on the latest tips, he did share tip criteria detectives are using. Based on an FBI formula, tips are assigned to categories: high, medium, and low.
For example, one criteria is they can identify the person in the sketch. That's going to be, one of those factors.
Of course, that tip line up and running 24/7. If you have any information, you're asked to pick up the phone, dial 911 or Silent Observer. Live in Norton Shores, Joe LaFurgey, 24-Hour News 8.